Phobias are irrational and persistent fears focused on specific objects or situations in the environment, often involving living things. Common phobias include spiders, snakes, birds, clowns, bridges, and blood. Interestingly, individuals with phobias typically have specific triggers and may not react the same way to unrelated stimuli. For example, someone with a spider phobia may not experience the same fear response to snakes, and a person with a clown phobia may not be afraid of bridges. Phobias tend to be object-specific and often center around things that are generally considered unpleasant, even for individuals without phobias. However, there are intriguing exceptions where stereotypical phobia triggers are not universally seen as unpleasant. For instance, clown phobia is relatively common, despite clowns being generally seen as entertaining. It's possible that the alteration of normal facial features through makeup contributes to clowns appearing strange or distorted, triggering a strong reaction in those with clown phobias. Similarly, people with bird phobias may experience an immobilizing fear that goes beyond rational reasoning. Interestingly, phobias are not well explained by early life trauma alone. Many individuals who have had unpleasant encounters with phobia-inducing objects or situations do not develop phobias. Research using functional imaging studies has revealed significant changes in brain activity associated with phobias. Functional MRI scans have shown increased activity in the amygdala, a brain region involved in emotional reactions, when individuals with phobias are exposed to their triggers. Notably, the right amygdala is more reactive to negative emotions related to phobias, while the left amygdala is more associated with pleasant emotions. One study even suggested that higher activation in the right amygdala is linked to a greater sense of distress caused by the phobia trigger. In individuals exposed to phobia-inducing pictures over an extended period in experimental settings, the striaterminal eyes, anterior cingulate cortex, and insula were found to be hyperactivated. This suggests that prolonged exposure to phobia triggers does not reduce brain activity as expected but actually engages more brain regions. People with phobias also experience exaggerated anticipation and imagination of encountering their phobia triggers. This expectancy bias is correlated with specific brain activity patterns. Among individuals with phobias, researchers have observed reduced activity in the lateral prefrontal cortex and the visual cortex, which are involved in cognitive control. This deficiency in cognitive control related to the phobia-inducing object leads to an individual priming themselves to anticipate distress upon encountering the feared object. For example, a rope may appear as a snake, even in an environment where there are no snakes. Spilled cocoa may evoke fears of